Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next test copy. So as you all know that we are having test series named as Aspire for Agriculture test series, Aspire for Agriculture test series. And today we are going to discuss the copy of a good copy of test 2. We have already discussed the copy of test 1, and today we will be discussing the copy of test 2, and in the test 2 we will discuss the questions of section A. In today's video, we will discuss the questions of section A, and another video we will discuss the questions of section B, because it will take too much time if we discuss all the 5 questions. So that is why we will discuss the questions the student has answered in section A, and by analyzing these types of answer copies, you can also improve your answer writing skills. These copies can help you understand how the student has approached the answer. So let's start the analysis. The first question was, the student has not mentioned the question here, so I must write here. The first question was, discuss the impact of high yielding and short duration varieties, on shifts in cropping pattern. So जो high yielding and short duration varieties हैं, we have to discuss their impact in shifts of cropping pattern. So the first of all, the student has defined high yield crops, or you can mention here high yield and short duration. So a good written points here that they have been bred and fertilized by making modifications in the genetic material to increase the rate of production. So this is the main point here. To increase the rate of production, we use fertilizers, we use genetic modifications and other things. For example, green revolution can be uh, green revolution is stated here. Its advantages have been mentioned. Obviously, higher and improved yield of crops. Crops are usually dwarfed due to short size. Other things, disadvantages have been mentioned. So this could be impact. Disadvantages less impact should be written here. This could be impact here. It requires more water fertility. It leads to decline in fertility. These are the major points. Although it could be better structured, but the points are fair. And here, what the students can do, he can add uh, examples highlighting paddy, sugarcane, how paddy cultivation is leading to reduced fertility, decrease of groundwater table. So all these things can be mentioned. Fair points, but it could be improved here. The second question was, and again well concluded. You can simply pause and read the answers, because we will be discussing the some important points. We will just discussing the approach. So if you want to read the answers, you can simply pause and read it. Now the second question is, write brief notes on Tongia and Jabo cultivation. So what Tongia is? So Tong means hill and Ya means cultivation. So it is a kind of hill cultivation. So Tongia has been mentioned. Its types have been mentioned, that is departmental Tongia, lease Tongia, village Tongia. So fair points. Jabo cultivation have been mentioned. So Jabo means impounding water. So here there is a good amount of combinations of various things such as forest, agriculture, livestock, fisheries, and there is a huge work for water conservation. That is why Jabo name. But as a 10 marker, it could be elaborated. Okay, it is just written in this much. So there could be some elaboration that would enhance the answer. Now let's move to the next question. That is 1C. So next question was, differentiate between agricultural diversification and agricultural intensification. So we will see how the student is differentiated. So agriculture diversification is use of various kinds of things. That is diversify, use of various crops. Instead of monocropping, we are using various kinds of crops in various seasons, adding agroforestry. Okay, livestock rearing could be done here. So this is what diversification is. Intensification is to increase the input so that the production in the same area of land could be increased. So this is what intensification is. Both merits and demerits have been mentioned. So you can simply pause and read the answer. You can, if you want to, and I can conclude it. But there is a scope of enhancing and elaborating the answer, so that could be done. The student has written very briefly, so there are chances of elaborating answers, adding examples and other things. Those things can be helpful. Now next question is, What are the major advantages and constraints of rice wheat cropping system? Advantages and constraints of rice wheat cropping system. This was the question. So first of all, student has briefly discussed about rice wheat cropping system. How after Green Revolution, India is highly on rice wheat cropping system. So good intro. Advantages have been mentioned that it leads to high yield. It can be it rice and wheat can be a highly occupies the land in both Rabi and Kharif, as rice is grown in Kharif season and wheat is grown in Rabi season. It leads to high cropping intensity, fodder availability is increases, income of farmers increases. So all the things are well written. You can simply pause and read it. And again, constraints have been also mentioned, such as it can lead to over mining of nutrients, it can disturb soil aggregates, it can decrease response to nutrients, it can decline groundwater table. Other things have been mentioned. So, well written points. You can simply pause and read it. Here, the build up of Falaris manner. Here, you should be the better approach should be build up of weeds. And in example, Falaris manner should be written. So, this is a better structure. So, I hope you understand this. So, if you want to read it, you can simply pause and read the answer. Next question was discuss the potential of organic farming in different regions of India. So, first of all, organic farming have been defined and its potential have been mentioned. How Sikkim become the first organic state, regions why it could be a good option have been mentioned. So fair points, you can simply pause and read it, but there are chances of elaboration. Examples could can be added, more facts can be added. Okay, more points could be elaborated. Some case studies can be added, so that these things make your answer more specific and enhances your answer. So you can simply pause and read it. Now let's move to the next question. The next question the student has answered is 4A. So 4A is discuss the smart agricultural technologies used in precision farming. So first of all, you have to discuss smart agriculture technologies used in precision farming, and the second part was how can these techniques can be made affordable and accessible to small and marginal farmers. Okay, and how these techniques can be made affordable and accessible to small and marginal farmers. So this was the question. So in introduction, the student has written about precision culture. Its benefits have been mentioned. Now, smart agricultural techniques have been mentioned, such as variable rate technology, zone management technology. If you want to pause and read it, you can simply pause and read it. Zone management have been mentioned. You can pause and read the answer if you want to. Then, lidar technology has been mentioned. Crop sensors have been mentioned. So, well written answer. And how these technologies can be made affordable uh, and accessible to small and marginal farmers. First of all, we should understand our soil and what kind of analytics we need to do can be made. We can choose machines for small farmers. Some innovations can be done so that the machine is less costly. We can rely on expert. We can consider value and input value. So, well written points. So that is good one. Now, our next question is write in detail in package and practices of groundnut. So, what is groundnut? Local and locally, obviously, those things are written. Package and practices season have been mentioned, that is, it can be grown in both Rabi and crop. Productivity have been mentioned. Varieties have been mentioned, such as DH330, DH40, TAG24, ASA. These are some of the varieties. Spacing have been mentioned. Nutrient management have been mentioned. Use of NPK, obviously. Micronutrients have been mentioned. Water management have been mentioned. Weed management have been mentioned. Use of anti-methylene can be done. Insect and pest management have been mentioned, how early and late blight can be controlled using early and late leaf spot can be controlled using carbendazim, ground rust control, stem rot control using trichoderma. So the little points harvesting have been mentioned. Post harvest management have been briefly explained. So very nice written. The next question is scopes and constraints of sugarcane. Write the scope and constraints of sugarcane. First of all, sugarcane is defined a bit. Then its scope have been mentioned, such as revenue, rural economy, export potential, residue usage. So, well points. Constants have been mentioned, but you can see that constants have not been given equal amount of value as we saw as in scope. You can see one and more than one page is written about scope, and constant just half a page. So whenever you see the questions divided into two parts, try to give equal emphasis on all the parts. And here One impactful points can be added, examples can be added. So all these things needs to be added. Facts can be added to enhance your answer. So this was section A of test 2, and I hope you understood all the answers and how you the student has evolved, and I think you can learn from this approach a bit. So I hope you have paused at different intervals and read the answers in detail. So that is all for today. If you like it, please like the video. If you please do share and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.